Hello, Indonesia. I'm David Bay. Check out my interview on CreativeDisc.com, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
Hello, seed lovers. Welcome back to another Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And today, my guest is Mr. Funky Guy. And it's coming from Germany. He's the newcomer that can make you dancing all night long with his dancey and funky tune. But his debut single, it's very, very different from maybe like what we heard about funky, but he can make it funky. Let's talk about more with this guest. So without further ado, coming from Germany, this is David Bay.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you doing today, David?
I'm doing very well. I'm super excited because, like you said, Friday, my first ever single is coming out. So woo, I'm already a bit freaking out, but I'm feeling awesome.
So what kind of activity that you are doing lately?
Actually, this Saturday, I was playing the first concert with my band since 1.5 years. So
Wow.
I was rehearsing really hard, and then I was on stage for the first time. Whew, that was
Wow,
really cool.
wow. What's the feeling when you are back touring again?
It's like a blast from the past, you know. It's you feel lucky because you still got it. Okay, I mean, I was a bit scared. Can I still play and everything? And then after like 10 minutes, it's like, woo, wow, I missed this so much. And then, yeah, it's a big relief. Really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's very nice things to have a touring again in Europe. Wow. So you're releasing your debut single, Love Will Tear Us Apart. So tell me more detail about it.
Yeah, so it's the first song that I'm putting out that is not a remix of another song, but actually it's a cover version of Joy Division's classic from 1980, Love Will Tear Us Apart. And I made the song quite some time ago. And since then, I always changed a bit here, a bit there. And at some point I was like, yeah, now it's awesome. And I want to put it out. And time is here. We shot a really cool music video for it too. So yeah, if you want, you should definitely go and check that out as well. And yeah, it's like a disco-ish, modern, indie version of the new wave classic. My twist on it.
So in so many catalog Joy Division and also New Order too, why you choose this legendary Joy Division Love Will Tear Us Apart to be your debut single?
Actually, it was because I wrote a lot of music for my project already, but this one was like, we all love it so much, and it just felt like the perfect starting point because yeah, it just really, I could really identify with it. I thought it's so cool because I always love when something everybody knows is shown from a different perspective, you know? So everybody knows about the, whoa, I know the song. Is it? Oh yeah, it's Love Will Tear Us Apart, but just different. I think that's always funny.
So when I hear this track, it's kind of strange but unique because you make, I think like you make this moody post-punk song, you know, Love Will Tear Us Apart is a moody and goth post-punk song, and you turn it into a disco sound, and it kind of like a New Order song that like you've turned Joy Division song into New Order song instantly. So tell me more about this approach and your inspiration behind it, behind you making this goth and post-punk song into the funky one.
Yeah, you know, actually it just happened. I was in the studio and I really had no idea on the stuff I was working on. And I had the song stuck on my mind like an earworm, you know? And I just, I was like having the drums going and I was just singing over it. It was like, love will tear us apart. And it just worked. And I was like, okay, this is kind of working. And it was more like a joke, you know? You just keep going on it. You put the vocals, you put the synth, the bass guitar, and it just everything went into place. And actually, it was kind of fast. So the idea was done within like 2 hours, and then I was like, okay, crazy, that's something different. So it was more an accident, you know.
but it's like a unique accident because you mix it and you make it on 2 hours. It's so fast, and but I think it's kind of like a strange, still strange for me. You making this god records into the dance records. I think it's kind of like, well, accomplishment.
Yeah, I think that, but that's always what good cover versions are like, right? When you really make something completely different out of the original. So I would never want to do a cover version of a song and just yeah, sing it with my voice and everything else is the same. That would be super boring, I think. So yeah, but like I said, it was just an accident. I was just having fun in the studio, and I think that's always really important. And because I'm a person, I can easily overthink, you know, and then I'm in the studio and is that really right or wrong or good or bad? And if you just kill your inner critic and you just do something really fast, so fast that you can't really take the time to overthink, that is mostly when the good stuff actually happens. For me.
Ooh, wow, 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 wow. So, uh, how do you feel when you've got seal of approval by Joy Division surviving member? Because it means a lot to you, isn't it? Because I'm a big fan of Joy Division and New Order too, and you've got like you so cool. You've got the seal of approval by them.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. I mean, I sent it out and it took quite some time, like, I don't know, maybe 3 months until we got a response. And then I was like, wow, what a day, man. It was really so crazy to know that they actually heard the song. So yeah, I was feeling really blessed. I mean, of course, they are legends. They have done so much, so influential and just great music. So yeah, I was really grateful.
I don't know, because maybe they thought when they hear the song, it's like it's like a kind of New Order song. It's
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe that's good because then they could relate to it, you know?
Yeah. So tell me the detail about the music video of Love Will Tear Us Apart, because it's kind of like it's still unique, as same as your cover version, because it's kind of like a dark but still have a neon light in it.
Yeah. So the video was done by a director, and he's called Faraz Sharia, and he came up with the idea to do like a romantic comedy, but with people that are looking like misfits, you know, like they wear these crazy masks, but actually they are in situations that are super romantic, you know, on the dance floor, spotting each other, starting to interact, and then they build up this really sweet relationship. And in the middle of the video, there's also this dialogue. I don't know if you remember, where they are saying that for the first time they have found something that they are actually scared to lose. So yeah, it's like you say, it's somehow really dark and but still really lovely, and I think it fits the song perfectly. So I think Faras, he just did a really, really cool job, and I love the video very much.
Ooh, so because it's kind of like an it's kind of opposite of the opposite things in one video. You play a misfit, like misfit creatures between the neon light and dancing disco. It's kind of like it's kind of fit into the mood of the track also.
Yeah, true. Maybe it's about that, right? To have
See,
something super
yeah,
uplifting and melancholic at the same time.
yeah. So you've already played many funky dance music. Even you are even the shirt that you are wearing right now, it says French house. So in your
French
opinion,
house.
yes, I spot it. So in your opinion, what's the beautiful things about the French house music, especially?
Oh, I just love because it has so much energy, like the late 90s, early 2000s French
Yeah.
house music by artists like Daft Punk, Ian Pooley, you name it, The Nightclub. There's so many cool artists, and it was just a really cool way to move on with house music, that kind of filterish. You sample music and then you oftentimes play it way faster than the original and you filter it down. And there are so many great songs from that era. And as a DJ, I still play a lot of them right now. I mean, right now there's no parties, but I used to play them when there still was parties. Um, and yeah, the genre is, I mean, still having so much influence to music happening right now, and also to me, because they really, yeah, they really gave disco and funky music a new direction. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love it. The French house too. Like, what kind of records, French house that you like the most?
Oh, okay. So don't get
It's
me
hard question,
started.
right? It's hard question, right?
Yeah, for example, like one of my favorite French house records of all time is on one of the first releases by Bob Sinclair, and it's
Ooh.
called Save Our Soul. Save
Hmm.
Our Soul, I recommend everyone listening to that song because it's so cool.
So, you wrote on your bio that you are funky meets lazy. So, what's it's the funky meets lazy?
Yeah, that's maybe a bit the same as, like I said, you do something super uplifting and melancholic at the same time, you know? So my, I'm always trying to, you know, I do my music and it's funky, so it's uplifting and dancey, but it's still easy listening, you know? It's not like attacking you, listen to me right now. It's more like it's when you listen to it, you can totally dance, but you can also just have dinner and the music is playing in the background and it's not super annoying. So that's
Ah,
the idea.
it kind of like your music is it can blend to your background, the people activities people.
Yes, that's my wish. I hope I achieve that.
Oh, such a cool goal. So, speaking about your music, tell me about your inspiration or approach when you are making music.
Oh, I get inspired by basically anything. I think when I do music, I always when it's for David Bay, I have a total exact idea of a vibe. There's like a feeling to me that my music has, and I'm always trying to get to the point where I feel that kind of vibe. That's the moment in my studio. You know, you sit at your desk and you work,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
like grooving and jamming to it, playing the keys, playing the bass, and all of a sudden, you know, you just have to stand up and you have to
Mm.
cheer and dance because you there's no other way. You just need to dance. And when always every time when I suddenly need to stand up and dance to it, I know, okay, I'm onto something good.
Mm.
That's the so I actually, you could say maybe that I sometimes inspire myself. Maybe even, you know, you just have to keep going. It's sometimes it's really hard, and sometimes good things happen when you don't overthink at all. Yeah,
Mm.
but I basically get inspired by everything. Like you said, it's super strange that I covered Joy Division, but on that day they inspired me. So that is just what happened.
So you've already in a band remixing another people's song. Like, what the difference between being a band remixing another people's song and do your own solo project?
So when you're in a band, I'm in a band with three other people, so we're four guys, and you have to argue a lot, like about, is this part cool, is this lyric fine, and everything is harder to do, but still, when you like the people, it's super fun. It's just a bit more stressful also to find the time when everybody's to get everyone in a room and all that. And when you remix stuff, I think it's always super fun because you just get hopefully the stems, like the single audio tracks of a song you really like. So you like the song and you like the artist, and you have the opportunity to contribute to the legacy of somebody you really like. So this is like a big how do you say, it's a big opportunity to do that, and I'm always really working really hard to do something outstanding. And when you do your own originals, it's different because you have no starting point, you know, you have the blank page, and you're like, what am I gonna do? How is that going to be really good? And when I'm in that situation right now, I'm mostly trying to start with like a lyrical idea, like a cool word, like so this is a really interesting phrase or something, like to have a really like a key message, you know, that you want to share. So you just don't make a generic song with a generic lyrics. So at the moment I try to start with words.
Oh, such an in-depth question. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
So, mention 5 things we didn't know about David Bay.
Yeah, so actually I was lucky enough that I heard you would ask me that before. Otherwise I would have been like, oh, what the hell. So I already told you, but not many people know, maybe. I'm in a band, so that's number one. I have a band since I'm 13. Then I have a disco label, and we do really cool underground house vinyl stuff and parties. And the label is called Sisu Records, named after Steve Sisu from The Life Aquatic by Wes Anderson. Then there is number 3. I actually have a company with 2 of my best friends, and we do drinks. So that's something very different, and it's like a big adventure where we thought like, oh, come on, let's do drinks together. And now we have like sparkling iced tea lemonades called mate. Yeah, which is super fun, just crazy but fun. Then number 4, let me see. Yeah, I really am into movies. So I'm totally the kind of person that is like, I want to go to the cinema, see this. Have you heard of that? And I want to direct stuff. So this is something I hopefully want to be able to do, and to do the 360-degree thing, you know. I want to do the music. I want to do the direction. I want to write the story and all that. So hopefully at some point in the future, I have the time and the great idea to do that. And number 5 is that I'm actually super shy. And I think that's something interesting too, because yeah, you wouldn't say that maybe in the first place, but I am. So yeah, I wrote that down to say something personal also, and not just like professional business weird stuff.
Ooh, so cool! You are spending your time with music, and you do your entrepreneur things too. It's like kind of awesome, man.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's crazy sometimes. It's really like you switch the mode all the time, you know. It's like you're in a session and you're rocking, and then your phone is ringing, and there's like a foreign number, and you're like, hello, and you want to sound like super serious because it could be a business contact. So that's yeah, sometimes it's a bit like, who am I really?
But it's cool. You spend your time. You split yourself like that. Nobody can do that. I think nobody is like, you know, capable to do that.
The point just is when you realize you can do it, it's actually super synergetic. You know, you meet somebody because of your drinks and you talk. And I just love doing projects with people, you know, and then they're like, hey, cool, let's do something with the drinks. And like, talking of drinks, how about I also ask my band to join that? Or should I maybe DJ at the party or whatever, you know? And everything is like falling into place. So it's not like the one thing is bad for the other. I think actually everything is good the way it is, you know, to just do a lot and to just be around and yeah, just be in touch with people. So it's not about money or anything. It's more about just having fun, and there's nobody that says it's wrong to do it. So I just do it.
That's so smooth, man. That's so smooth. That's so smooth. You sell the drink and you promote it with your music. That's so cool.
It's a bit crazy, yeah.
But that's so cool. That's so smooth. So my very last question: what's next for David Bay?
Yeah, so we're putting out the first single on Friday, and after that, I have already made a few remixes that are coming out, which I'm super excited about. And then I have other singles in the pipeline. So this is real originals, not a cover version or anything. And then I hopefully will start DJing again. And yeah, maybe at some point come to Indonesia. That would be crazy, man.
I'll
That
be
would be
waiting
so
for
cool.
you. We
Yeah.
have a rock thing together.
That would be so cool, right?
Yeah, I will bring my friends and we can go rock together. Go rocking together.
Oh, yes,
Go
man.
dancing
Yes,
together.
I can't
Okay.
wait, really.
Yeah. Me too. Hope everything's gonna be all right in the end.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, David Bay, for this interview. So thank you very much for us. Yes. So thank you very much, CreativeDisc viewers, CreativeDisc CD lovers, for watching this. See you on the another exclusive interview. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, David Bay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Pleasure to meet you.